Welcome back to Classic Country Breakfast on Ace Country Radio. Gail Davies established herself as a successful singer and songwriter during the 1970s and the 1980s, scoring numerous top 10 and top 20 Billboard hits. She was one of country music's most influential artists, becoming the genre's first female record producer. She has been cited as a role model for other female singers, including Susie Bogus, Kathy Mattea, Mary Chapin Carpenter, and Pam Tillis. You come from a very musical family. Who are some of your early influences?
Well, when I was a kid, we had a jukebox in our living room, strange as it may seem. And my mother loved music. She was from, we were from Oklahoma. We moved up to the Pacific Northwest during the Korean War for my dad to work in the Puget Sound Naval Shipyard. And my stepdad, after my mom and dad split up, bought a jukebox because my mother loved country music and filled it with everything from Billie Holiday and Patsy Cline to, Hank Snow and Nat King Cole, and it just had everything you could possibly want. And I think my favorite records were always Webb Pierce. I loved Webb Pierce and Hank Snow. Those were my two biggest favorite artists.
I still believe that someday, baby, we will love again. And I'll be waiting till the day we do. The love I have will stand till this old world comes to an end. And I'll live each day in dreams till they come true. And I'll have lover here to hold me tight, and no other man to kiss my lips at night. If I can't have you by my side, then no one else will do, and I'll just keep on waiting here for you. Not true, and I'll just keep on waiting here for you, and I'll have no other lover here to hold me tight, and no other man to kiss my lips at night. If I can't have you by my side, then no one else will do, and I'll just keep on
You got hired as a session singer at A&M. What was that experience like? What, did you recorded on Neil Young's album and Glenn Campbell?
It was kind of an accident, actually. When my ex-husband and I split up, and a friend of mine called me, a girl named Renee Armand, and she was quite a famous background singer, and said, "Hey, do you want to sing on some sessions with me?" And I said, "Yeah." So that worked out really well, and from then on, I just got a lot of calls. And also, I became really good friends with Joni Mitchell's engineer and producer. His name was Henry Louie, and got to hang out with Joni and watch her recording Court and Spark. And this is back in the day when everybody recorded at A&M. I mean, everybody. Carole King. I sat in on a John Lennon session. I got to meet pretty much everybody just by being in the studio all the time. Karen Carpenter used to bring cookies, around to everybody who was working late, and she was just adorable. She was the nicest person I've ever met.
Have you ever seen that drum solo on YouTube that she does?
Oh yeah,
That's
she's a really good drummer. I know. People don't realize how talented she was. But so that kind of was my into the A&M studios. And then I befriended, like I said, Henry Louie, and he sort of took me under his wing. He and his wife became really good friends of mine, turned me on to transcendental meditation, and he taught me how to produce records.
The feeling is gone, we're dragging it on. What can I say? It's over, baby, bye-bye. You gave me so much, the best of your love. What can I say? It's over, baby, bye-bye. It's hard to explain, it's a heartbreaking thing, but I know we'll both love again. The time has gone by, the well has run dry. What can I say? It's over, baby, bye-bye. Well, it's hard to explain, it's a heartbreaking thing, but I know we'll both love again. The time has gone by, the well has run dry. What can I say? It's over, baby, bye-bye. What can I say? It's over, baby, bye-bye.
So when I came to Nashville, that's sort of, my first album was produced by somebody that I really disliked to this day. He didn't show much respect for me in the studio as an artist. So I started producing my own albums in 1978 and have done them ever since.
You started producing albums for everybody else too, right?
Yeah, I produced a couple of really star-studded tribute albums with everybody from George Jones and Dwight Yoakam and Alison Krauss and Dolly Parton and John Prine all, came into the studio. And I was able to produce tracks on them. Plus a couple of, a girl from England named Nikki Dean and a girl from Japan named Yoshi Sakamoto, and a local girl who's done really well, Mandy Barnett.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I've gotten to work. I have a book, in fact, that, has lots of anecdotes and all the touring that I've done with, Glenn Campbell, and who was he was so much fun. He was one of the funniest guys. He and Roger Miller, I worked with Roger too, that I ever toured with. Just beautiful, fun people to be around.
You turned down Frank Zappa's tour, right? To
Yes.
be with Roger Miller, right?
Yeah, why did I do that? Yeah, I did.
How did you get on his radar?
Well, I was singing as I was singing at the Troubadour at a place in a band called the Midnight Band, and I was singing rock and roll. I wasn't singing country music then, and I did a song called "Guilty" by Randy Newman, and Frank had just happened to come in, or somebody told him he should come in and hear this girl singer at the Troubadour, and he sat right in the front row and just like howled. I mean, he loved it. And it was a song that I dropped to my knees at the end and sing the highest note. And at the time I had a 4-octave range, and he was just blown away. He said, you've got to come sing with my band. So I went to the rehearsal and hung out with everybody, and they were just great. I mean, Frank wasn't at all what you'd think, because he didn't do drugs. He didn't even drink. I mean, he was as straight as an arrow. And he was just lovely. He was really lovely. But I had already committed to tour with Roger Miller, and that was it.
Mother Nature's opened up the door to lots of things I never saw before. It's a lovely, lovely world since I met you. I never did see everything looking so right. I just learned the meaning of paradise. It's a lovely, lovely world since I met you. Well, the stars shine brighter and the skies are a little bit bluer, and my little old rattletrap Ford coupe even seems a little bit newer. Well, my guitar stays a little better in tune. The stars shine bright and there's honey on the moon, and it's a lovely, lovely world since I met you. Because I know they do, and it's a lovely, lovely world since I met you. It's a lovely, lovely world since I met you.
What does it mean to you that you wrote a song, such a universal song, that it has been translated into 7 languages?
Oh, Someone Is Looking for Someone Like You is I guess my signature song. That and the song I wrote in tribute to my grandma, which was a top 5 country hit. Someone Is Looking. It's wonderful because years ago, 2002, before my older brother passed away, who is Ron Davies, who's also a very well-known songwriter. He wrote "It Ain't Easy" for David Bowie, his Ziggy Stardust album, and I took Ronnie to Europe with me on tour, and we were in Wales, North Wales, and the song had been translated into Welsh, and he was just blown away when the whole audience started singing the chorus in Welsh. And it's been translated into Japanese, into South African, Afrikaans, just all kinds of different languages. Very strange to hear a song of yours in another language.
Cares where you're going, and that your life don't mean nothing at all. Well, you've heard the saying, you reap what you're sowing. So plant a good seed and watch it grow tall. Somewhere a man's got no woman to turn to. Somewhere someone like you. Now you say there's no road that you care to travel, and nothing to say that ain't been said before, and life's a mystery that you can't unravel. Well, love's a key that will open that door. Somewhere a man's got no woman to turn to. Somewhere a woman is lonely and blue. Somewhere a child's got no mama to hold her. Someone is looking for someone like you. Think of all the time you waste complaining. Think of all the good that could be done. Think of all the friends you could be gaining if you'd lift your hand to help someone. Now you say that nobody cares where you're going, and that your life don't mean nothing at all. You've heard the saying, you reap what you're sowing. So plant a good seed and watch it grow tall. Somewhere a man's got no woman to turn to. Somewhere a woman is lonely and blue. Somewhere a child's got no mama to hold her. Someone is looking for someone like you. Someone is looking for someone like you.
I just watched your performance of Grandma's song
Oh,
on the
Austin City
Songwriters
Limits.
in the Round thing, or the
Yeah.
with Emmylou
Yeah.
Harris was there and Lacey J. Dalton.
Roseanne Cash. I put that together. I had watched like 3 different Austin City Limits writers in the round that were all guys. And I called the producer, Terry Lacona, and I said, "What's the deal, Terry? Do you not think that there are any of us girls who could sit down with these guys and sing our songs?" And he said, "Well, I've already done 3 with men." He said, "Let's just do an all female," which I hate. It's like this isn't Catholic school, with boys on one side of the room and girls on the other. But it was an opportunity to put some female songwriters in front of young budding writer females. And I said, "Okay, I'll do it." And I got a hold of everybody to be on the show. At first he didn't want Pam, Rose, and Marianne Kennedy because they weren't really artist songwriters. But I'd gotten them the job singing background with Emmylou Harris on the road. So I called Emmylou and I said, "I think you're going to have to back me up on this one." And in my book, I said, people don't usually tell Emmylou Harris no. So she backed me up and we got them on the show with us. And it was so much fun. We had such a good time.
That performance you did, though, it's just, you blew it. Like, you knocked it out of the park times
Thank you.
a billion.
It's my favorite vocal performance. In fact, Leland Sklar, played on a lot of my albums. He's the bass player. He plays with everybody from James Taylor to Phil Collins. And he called me and he goes, "Boy, I guess you gave the world a singing lesson."
It was amazing. I've watched it 3 times this morning.
Oh, that's so sweet, Mike. Thank you.
All along the old back road, the people stopped to talk at her garden gate, while inside the family cried all through the night, 'cause the old woman had passed away. I loved her so, and oh, she was a special one. A lovely lady and a gentle old soul. And she taught me to sing an old folk song that's got a melody of 100 years ago. And she sang a come-a-loo, come-a-loo, come-a-high-low, come down the merry street. I'm remembering those memories I prayed that there is a little of her in me. Oklahoma in the summertime, in a rocking chair she's a-singing there on the porch, while the hounds are howling through the hot black night, and that old fox, well, he's a-running like he never has done before. When you hear the melody and when I play my song, every note you hear from me, she's singing right along. And she sang a come-a-loo, come-a-loo, come-a-high-low, come down the merry street. I'm remembering all along the old back road, the people stopped to talk at her garden gate, while inside the family cried all through the night. Did you hear that old Mrs. Whitten has passed away today? Come-a-loo, come-a-loo, come-a-high-low, come down the merry stream. Come-a-ram-tam-tam and a dippy-dippy-dow, hear the row, the bow-wow-wow, the bugle's horn, the big fi-diddle and the hidey-ho. Through the woods we're gonna roam, boys, through the woods we're gonna roam. Come-a-loo, come-a-high-low, come down the merry stream. Come-a-ram-tam-tam and a dippy-dippy-dow, hear the row.
Hi, this is Gail Davies, and you're listening to classic country music.
All night long I've walked the floor, I don't think I can take much more. You're out running and God knows where. I get the feeling you just don't care. Tell me 'cause I need to know, 'cause if you do you never let it show. Baby, if you're putting me down, why am I hanging around? Well, tell me why do you break my heart and treat me like you do when I try so hard just to satisfy you, baby? Why you wanna make me cry? I know I love you, but I don't know why. Sit down now, we've gotta talk this out, 'cause I'm beginning to have my doubts. I wanna stay in love with you, but you gotta give me a reason to. I can only give so much, and pretty soon I'm gonna give it up. Boy, you gotta make it clear, or what am I doing?